So building on my last video that I did about breastfeeding, this video is going to be about natural ways to increase your milk supply. So my first suggestion would be to make sure you're taking in enough calories. Breastfeeding burns about 500 calories a day if you're exclusively breastfeeding. So you want to make sure that you're getting those extra calories in on top of what you normally would eat, because the body uses those extra calories to make your breast milk. So you want to make sure you get enough fat, enough protein, enough carbohydrates, so that you have that abundance of calories, so that your body's not deficient to make the breast milk for the baby. My next suggestion is power pumping. Now, there's two ways you can do power pumping. The first way is to just consistently pump about every 2 to 3 hours on the clock, whether your baby's just been fed or not. And then the other way, I think that's a little bit more effective, is pumping after you have fed your baby. So every time your baby eats, getting on the breast pump, and maybe like 10 minutes on both breasts, emptying the breast, because that will signal your body to produce more breast milk. When it's empty, if it will fill back up. My next suggestion is feeding only breast milk. So if you are using formula, if you're using bottles and whatnot, then it's supply and demand. So if you try to eliminate or maybe reduce the amount of formula you're using and using only breasts, putting the baby actually to breast, then that will encourage your breasts to produce more milk as well, because the baby is more efficient at getting milk out of the breast than a pump. And of course, formula is different than breast milk. So if you're trying to increase your breast milk or your breast supply, definitely putting the baby to breast. My next suggestion is reducing stress. So when your body's stressed out, it's hard to make the milk because it's in survival mode, So it's easier if you can just be calm, reduce stress. Like if you're breastfeeding your baby, try to be in a quiet area. Make sure you have things around you that make you comfortable. So maybe music, maybe a book to read. Just trying to relax and keep your stress levels down will definitely help in increasing your milk supply. And that kind of goes along with my next suggestion, which is making sure that you get enough rest. Because, if you're not getting enough rest and you're stressed out, then your body also can decrease your milk supply. So make sure you get enough rest, you drink enough water, things that treat your body right, and will definitely help your milk supply. And then my last tip is, kind of like I was saying before, feeding frequently and offering both breasts at each feeding. So especially in the early days when you have a newborn, baby falls asleep at breast, and so it's best to encourage them to switch breasts to wake them up during a feeding. That way they're eating from one, but they're also eating from the other. So that way when they do the next feeding, you can start on the breast that you ended on and then give on the next breast after they empty that breast, and then both breasts will be empty. So by the time they eat the next time, then they will have more, their breast will fill back up. So it really is supply and demand. The more often you put the baby to the breast, the better chances you will have with increasing your milk supply, keeping your milk supply up, and then just taking care of yourself, doing things that keep you relaxed, keep you calm. Even when you're pumping, like looking at a picture of your baby can help you produce more breast milk, things like that. So just, take it one day at a time. Do all that you can to relax and be calm. And those are just my tips for increasing milk supply.